So there is an option as well. When we go down to the river, you can walk across to Offchurch. It's another half-hour walk where they've just felled some of the beautiful trees and scarred that village forever. Anyway, so if you want a longer walk at that point, you can do it. I just want to say God bless you all. I'm so grateful that you're all here. And
power to the people. People got the power. Tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger by the hour.
somebody take it.
Power. People. People. Power.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
People got the power.
People got the power.
Power.
People got the power.
Tell me, can you hear it?
Tell me, can you hear it?
Getting stronger by the hour.
Getting stronger by the hour.
Power.
Power.
People.
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 Power.
Power. Woo!
Sorry, I did forget that Kai's going to read us one of his beautiful poems. So we're just going to have a poem and then we're going.
Right, excellent. Hey, can you hear me at the back, officers? Yeah? Excellent. Nice. Nah. Okay. £1 billion a mile, I'll let that sink in. Without a calculator, I'm pretty sure you could pave the way with silver blocks 6 inches thick, engraved by master craftsmen and laid on a goose feather bed. You can lay a shining bridal way and have a fountain of wine at every single village between Birmingham and London. But rather than gift us our yellow brick road, we're going to save you 20 minutes a day, pay a few people millions, and burn down our oldest forest. £1 billion a mile, walk that, then come tell me on what you think you could do to make that mile better. Would you steal people's land, fence it off and kill the bats? Would you rip up all the soil and move it round in dumper trucks? With £1 billion a mile, what do you think you could do? You could permeate the water table that's fed us 10,000 years. You could desecrate the graveyards, commit violence against the plebs, rewrite all the laws and fill your pockets deep. You can promise anything. Unicorn rides to the moon, hire an army of black-clad goons to beat hippies out of trees. With £1 billion a mile, what can we do? We can make 2 billion. We'll call it HS2. We'll write a dodgy contract, get it signed by someone posh, max out all the overtime and overrun the costs. We'll leave them no other options. We'll make them throw good money after bad. We can get the money and grab the land. With £1 billion a mile, we'll make you richer than God. You can hide it all in bank accounts and watch those numbers swell. Or, if you would, entertain another idea. You could just give it away to the people that really need it. Give nature a break and pay, let's say, everyone's wages, around 2/3 for a year-long holiday. You could reopen all the libraries, give milk back to the kids, or a soy alternative if that's their parents' thing. You could reopen homeless shelters that have recently disappeared. You could actually run some transport to those villages isolated by austerity and economics when we bailed out the banks and kicked the bubble down to a time that's now. £1 billion a mile is £20 notes, all stacked on their thin side in 2 long neat rows, and still enough left over to power us by the sun and do our part to part our way from the oil that's done us no good. We could feed all the starving children in every corner of the world, maybe not forever, but certainly for a week. £1 billion a mile, measure that by the inch. It's probably a long way over what I make in a year, and honestly, I'm fine. I'm warm and I'm fed. I have water to drink and clothes on my bed. With £1 billion, I can sufficiently sort around 1 million people to properly ensure they have what they need and don't fall into the depression and stress the financial system places on the people. With £1 billion a mile, we could clean up all our seas, clean up all the plastic and save all the bees. With £1 billion a mile, I could save our ancient wood, strike a balance between food and fallow, commerce and calm places, and grow the things we need without killing off the ground, because that's how we currently do it. With £1 billion a mile, some thought and without greed, we could make almost everyone happy. Some people are never pleased. This fucking golden railway that I presume is going to be free isn't worth the money, and it certainly isn't worth the grief.
Hey! Thank you, Mother. Okay, folks. Let's walk, everybody. Okay, I think that says it all, folks, doesn't it? Let's wander. Are we going on the road?
I forgot there's one that police allow.
Okay. So. No, I haven't got it. Oh, it's on the thing.
Girl.
Sorry, I didn't see you with the megaphone. It's on the side there. He handed me the megaphone. I didn't know I had it. Let's see these beautiful people. Sorry, hon, I don't need a megaphone to shout.
Okay, we are actually leaving now. Just a request from the police that we try and stick to the pavement if we can. Move over to the side if cars need to pass us. Obviously, we've got too many people to all go on the pavement. And we've got back marker Mary at the back there. Okay, so, and anybody in a tabard, but please be mindful of the traffic and be mindful that local people might want you to socially distance, okay? So let's just try and be respectful of that. God bless you all, off we go! We need a song.
We need a song. Caroline, we need a song. Thank you. You want to come through? Yeah, we're going to go up the high street. Chestnut HS2, NHS not HS2.
NHS not HS2. NHS not HS2. NHS not HS2. H2O not HS2.
I need a bag, I need a banner.
H2O not HS2.
NHS not HS2. You guys are awesome. Beautiful people. All rise up. Ole, 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 la. Again, the world. So rise up, so rise up, oh rise up. Ole, 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 oh mama. The children have spoken. The world won't be broken. So rise up, oh rise up. Ole, 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 oh mama. Be broken. So rise up, oh rise up. Ole, 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 oh mama. Morning, Rog. Are you good? Yeah, good to see you. So lots of these beautiful rebels were ones that joined us on the Rebel Trail, and it's our intention to keep walking the Rebel Trail, to keep walking the Green Trail, the Children's Trail, from London to Birmingham and Birmingham to London, to reclaim that land and let HS2 know that we need to keep our green spaces, keep our woodland, and that the people are not going away. So if you feel inclined to walk the Rebel Trail, to join us on the Green Trail, camps are opening up along the line. You'll be welcomed, you can stay safely overnight. We need to keep walking this land, we need to keep making it really clear that we must preserve it for future generations. And the people of Cubbington are very vocal in their resistance to HS2, and they are not alone. Ole, 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 oh mama, the people have spoken. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah, just keep going. You need to be at the front. You need to be at the front because these guys don't know where they're going.
Be broken.
So rise up, oh rise up, ole 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 oh mama. Woo! Morning. Behave yourself. We should be supporting local business.
Let's see what the camp meeting about over the winter.
Gonna turn this system round. In the words of my great granddaughter, climate justice now. People gonna rise like the water. Shut this system down. In the words of my great granddaughter, climate justice now. People gonna rise like the water. We're gonna shut this rail. Hello. Do you want to say hi to XR UK?
Hi, XR UK.
What brings you on the walk today, my love?
Well, I've just come up from Wendover.
Yeah.
Jones's Hill, and we've come to support the Warwickshire crew.
Excellent.
We want to put a stop to HS2.
Wonderful. Thank you, my love. And it's a beautiful spot at Jones Hill, isn't it? Tell me about the woodland there.
Absolutely, yeah. It's woodland where Roald Dahl found the inspiration for Fantastic Mr. Fox. Sorry, my hair's a little bit sort of wild.
It's
Camping wild. So it's a beautiful ancient beach woodland, and it's full of wildlife, badgers and all sorts of bird life, and it's just something that needs to be saved, and that's what we're doing.
Amazing. Thank you, my
Stop
love.
HS2.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, there's an incredible crew at Jones Hill Wood trying to preserve it there, and they're facing eviction soon. Can I come over to, can I sidle up next to you, my lovely?
Hiya.
Tell us hello.
Hiya.
This is XR UK Facebook. Tell us why this walk is important to you.
These are our woods. This is the wood. For me, this is the wood that I walked through for my 70th birthday last year. And the idea of them going, I'm off. The idea of them going is just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
They've already taken other woods that I love because I'm local. They've taken Off Church, they've taken Ashow, they've taken all sorts of others, all for the sake of 15 minutes quicker to Birmingham. I just can't believe it. Can't believe it.
It's insane, isn't it? No, thank you. And there are lots of local people that feel the same, that have had to see their beloved woodland destroyed.
Stop the train!
These guys. But you can't help but smile. You know, it's an absolutely devastating, heartbreaking project. And then you have people like this that come together in solidarity, that come and bring their voices and their hearts, and they put themselves where they're needed, and it really does create the most incredible hope and sense of solidarity. This is inevitable that this train will be stopped. It's just a matter of when. Joe.
What?
Tell us some stuff.
Tell you some stuff. Oh dear.
I just have to say that to Joe and he'll just go on. Like, keep it, like, you know, within an hour.
Within an hour. I'll tell you what I've got here, I was going to do a standalone video on this later. I need to do some.
Do it now.
But
I've sent you the work.
If you write to an MP, what you'll end up a lot of the time, you'll end up with a standard response. What it does is it saves MPs from the bother of having to think about things and have opinions of their own. They just ask someone from their party, but what do I think about HS2? And this is a response you get. On the recommendation of the independent Ochre River Review, brilliant, they get the former chairman of HS2 to commit a review. That's apparently independent. Blah, blah, blah. HS2 will apparently play an important role in the UK's transition to net zero by 2050. And it's
Really?
Apparently, yes.
Even though it won't be carbon zero for 120 years.
Well, this is the thing, it goes on later to say, it is estimated that the total carbon emissions produced by both constructing and operating phase 1 for 120 years would be the same as just 1 month of UK road transport. And oh my god, right, that is just, you can't get a better example of a politician demonstrating that they haven't got the first bloody clue what they are talking about. They're saying, oh, after 120 years, so after everyone who is alive today is dead, at that point it still won't be carbon neutral.
Yeah.
After 120 years of operation, we'll have almost made up for all the carbon that we made building it.
Yeah.
For all the carbon that was, all the excess carbon as a result of chopping down mature trees like this one. Obviously not this one. Obviously not this one specifically. But this is just this is an example of a tree. For those of you who don't know, this is what today's about. 108 ancient woodlands being threatened, but obviously it's not just the ancient woodlands. There's loads of other woodlands that are under threat, and hedges. Hedgerows are the super highways of biodiversity in this country, and HS2 are just cutting them down all over the place. Loads of them around here, outside the construction footprint. It's really important when you look at that. They haven't looked, or admitted I should say, all of the devastation that they're conducting, because they take the land, they've got exemption to cut down hedges, so they just cut down hedges. They don't need to, but cutting down the hedges gives them a sterile zone. And that's what they want. They want the idea that there will be nothing living near the construction site that's going to get in the way or slow things down when they're started.
Thank you, Joe. And just to put those carbon figures in context for people, the third runway at Heathrow was deemed unlawful by the Paris Agreement because it was in contravention to our 2050 UK carbon targets, net zero targets. And there is no way that HS2, by their own admission, will be carbon neutral for 120 years. So how is that not equally unlawful? Anyway, this is why we're here. We need to wake people up to this. There are still, would you believe it, people who believe the greenwash that HS2 are putting out, that this is a green infrastructure project, and we need to educate people about the true cost. What Joe was saying about creating sterile zones around construction sites, just think about the word sterile zone and then think about the word ancient hedgerow. Those two things aren't compatible.